Real Madrid are in crisis as the problems of the football club continues with Florentino Perez lashing out in the press conference. Also, we're going to talk about the relegation battle as Tottenham drop points against Leeds United and reacting to Paris Saint-Germain winning the French league and Inter Milan winning the Coppa Italia. Don't forget, like I said, to hit, share and subscribe this new episode of the football show. And also, like I said, there are upcoming events for the M1.com Udu. So if you're coming to those events, book your tickets, fill the forms before it's too little, too late. So let's get started. Real Madrid. And obviously Florentino Perez, he holds an emergency press conference on Tuesday, and you think like, okay, is he gonna announce the new manager or what? Is he gonna announce Mourinho coming to Real Madrid or what? And then in the press conference, you're like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? I mean, I really don't get it. I mean, the guy was living in another world. The way he was speaking in the press conference, he was saying that because obviously there were some rumors that he could step down as the president of Real Madrid. And he came out. The first thing he said in the press conference: "I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. They'll have to shoot me to get out of the club. I want the elections to happen right now. If anyone can win elections against me, do it. I'm not resigning till anyone wins the elections against me. They will have to shoot me to get me out of this club." I mean, like, obviously, I don't know where this rumor came from. Now, Florentino Perez wants to step down as the Real Madrid president because, I think last year he won the elections where nobody was, really competitive candidate against him, really. And I think his deadline as a Real Madrid president for now is until 2029. So I don't know where this came from, really. But, even though Real Madrid have had difficult seasons, Florentino Perez is not going to resign as the Real Madrid president. But there are also other things where he said which were really crazy. Firstly, he talked about the Negreira case. I mean, this is a massive captain deflector from Florentino Perez, because that's what Real Madrid do. When Barcelona are doing really well and Real Madrid are struggling, they always bring up the Negreira case. You never saw them bring up the Negreira case when they won the Champions League, when they won the La Liga. Listen, the Negreira case, I get it. It cost Real Madrid a couple of La Liga titles. There was the whole controversy, obviously, between them and Barcelona 2011 Champions League semi-finals and so on. But at the same time, I mean, like, I know you want to bring your biggest rivals down, but at the same time, like, this is like a massive deflection. That's what Florentino Perez does. He's very good at it, to deviate the subject. Like, Real Madrid have had a terrible season, and you're busy mentioning about Negreira case and journalists attacking him and so on. Like, why should a president care about what journalists think of him? Why? Did you see what he said in the press conference? Like, the guy speaking like as if everybody should be friends with Real Madrid and him. I'm sorry, but you're a big club in a big club like Real Madrid. Real Madrid are the biggest club in the world. You should expect scrutiny. You should expect people targeting you. You should expect people to put you under pressure. And you've gone back-to-back years without winning a trophy, and that's not acceptable. And he was busy mentioning in press conference the titles he's won, his team won in football, the titles he's won in basketball. I mean, like, and he was saying that, I've won 7 Champions Leagues, I've won 7 La Liga titles. And other 7 titles in La Liga was stolen from me. I mean, the guy speaks as if he's like a player or something. Like, listen, I'm not saying he's done a terrible job. Of course, he's done a brilliant job. He's very good at what he does, right? Florentino Perez. But at least when you come out and speak with some sense. The guy was talking utter rubbish in the press conference. Utter rubbish. Saying that I never interfere with the players. I never interfere with the coach. What a big lie that is. Big lie. Because we all know Real Madrid hold a lot of power in players, and they always back the players over the coach. They always back the player over the coach, no matter what, right? So don't tell me, oh, there's player power at Real Madrid, or there's interference between the players or the coach or whatever. No, don't tell me that. Okay. He also said that the fights between the players of Valverde to Tchouaméni happens. It happens every year. Every year I've been at this club as the president. Every year there's always been a fight. No problem. Next day they bring a coffee and the friends together, which is okay. That's fine. However, if it's a fight and it's not a big deal as he's suggesting, why did you give a 1 million fine for both of them? Explain to that, Florentino. Why did they give a half £500,000 fine for Valverde and Tchouaméni? Why? If it's not a big deal, as you say, why Valverde was sent to hospital after this the fight he had with Tchouaméni? If it's not a big deal, why? Tell me, Florentino. Tell me. Explain to me why it's not a big deal, as you say, when the Valverde's went to hospital and you gave them 1 million fine for both of them. Why? Again, like, I understand when you're in a big club. I understand when you have cracks, you're trying to hide them. You're trying to show that you still, you're trying to, deviate the subject, and you put, you want to make people focus on other things. It's what that, because that's what Florentino Perez does. He deflects. The guy deflects. He's like, oh, we're not great, but look at this, look at this, look at this, look at the Guerrero case, look at the referees, look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that. I mean, like, he's very good at it. That's what Real Madrid do. When they win, oh, it's the players. We're the best in the world. But when they lose, oh, it's the referees. It's the Negreira case. It's the, I don't know. It's the ABC journalist who said this and that. It's the woman that doesn't know about football. It's this and that. As Florentino Perez would say. Like, when you're going to take accountability? I mean, I know Real Madrid are the biggest club in the world, and of course they can be arrogant, etc., etc. And yeah, sometimes you have to be you have the right to be arrogant as especially at a big football club like Real Madrid. But be honest for once. Be honest and say you've had a terrible season. You've had a terrible season. Admit it, because that's what Florentino doesn't admit. He doesn't admit that they've had a terrible season. He's saying that, oh, last season people say, oh, we didn't win a trophy, but we won the UEFA Super Cup and won the Club World Cup, Intercontinental Cup, as it was called back then. So Real Madrid is the bread and butter of Real Madrid is winning the UEFA Super Cup and winning the Intercontinental Cup. Is that what you're saying? That's the bread and butter of Real Madrid. That's the big standards. I'm sorry, this is Real Madrid we're talking about. We're not talking about some small club here. We're talking about Real Madrid. And the way Florentino Perez was speaking yesterday in Chigrito and the press conference on Tuesday, the guy is speaking as if he's in a club like that he's fighting for relegation or something. He's saying that he's playing the victim game as well. I mean, Real Madrid playing the victim game. Real Madrid, out of all clubs, playing the victim game, and he's talking about the referees have taken them 16, 18 points away from them. 16, 18 points. I'm sorry, you got destroyed by Barcelona over 38-game campaign, not because of 18 points dropped from you. So you're going to figure Barcelona had a match where it went against them against Real Sociedad? You're going to forget that or what? Also Barcelona had decisions going against them and decisions going for them. It's the same thing for Real Madrid. There's no all decisions go in favor of you. There's no bias. The referees are crap in La Liga, but again, this does not mean you lost the league title because of the referees. You lost the league title because of the sacking the manager, sacking Alonso, too much player power, so much problems in the dressing room, so many injuries, and poor management of the squad. And Arbeloa not doing a good job, and a friction in the dressing room. That's why you lost the league title, and because you got humiliated by Barcelona in terms of consistency for over the whole season. Not because of the referees, not because of the Guerrero case, not because of what ABC journalists said this and that. No, because you were not good enough this season to win the league. You were not good enough, and Barcelona have been much better than you. Otherwise, Barcelona wouldn't have won the title with 4 games to go. If, let's say, Real Madrid had those points taken away from them, as he's saying, 16, 18 points, right? And they lost the title to Barcelona over 2 points, and the title went to the final day. I understand this complaint, but when Barcelona have won the title with 3 games to go, 4 games to go, and being 11 to 14 points clear ahead of you, I'm sorry, you cannot blame it onto the referees. You can't. You have to look at yourself. Like Real Madrid have so many big problems, and Florentino Perez is busy blaming on other things that are not related to Real Madrid. He's so focused. The guy is living on another planet. If you watch his press conference on Tuesday, you think like Perez was talking about himself. He was saying, "Oh, I'm the best president in the world. I'm the best president of the best club in the world. I'm the best president in the history of Real Madrid. I've won so many titles. I've won 7 La Ligas. The other 7 were stolen from me." I mean, I'm sorry, you had a terrible season, and you're supposed to talk about the club's failures of the last 2 years and what you can do better for the future. And you're busy talking about your achievements and the Negreira case. Oh my god, oh my god, like honestly, Real Madrid have so many problems, and the guy's busy focusing on other things, and he's saying, "Oh, you guys focus so much on us. Why don't you focus on Atletico Madrid?" Sorry, you comparing Real Madrid to Atletico Madrid? You compare Real Madrid to Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid are 10 times bigger than Atletico Madrid. You should know that, Florentino. And you're saying to people, why don't you criticize us, and why you criticize us and you don't criticize Atletico? Bro, you have much higher standards than Atletico Madrid. Much higher standards, and you're a much bigger football club than Atletico Madrid. Brand, everything else. And you want to tell me, oh, the referees are to blame. We lost the title because of the referees. We will send a 500-page dossier to UEFA for the Negreira case. I mean, focus on your own team. Focus on the problems that you have. Focus on the shambles that you've created this season, and they're busy. You are there busy creating a 500-page to send it to UEFA for Barcelona. Oh my god! Oh my god! Like honestly, when I was watching Florentino's Paris press conference Tuesday and yesterday, you think like he's the president of, I don't know, Elche. You would think he's the president of Sassuolo, or I don't know, Newcastle, or sorry, Southampton. You think he's the president of those clubs? The way he was talking, he's speaking like he's in a club, like he's in a small club. My friend, you're at Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world. There's no excuses. You've not won no trophies this season, and last season, if you want to exclude the Super Cup and Continental Cup, so that I don't upset Perez here. If you exclude those trophies, you've gone 2 years without winning a trophy, and there's a reason for that, because friction dressing room, changing managers, friction dressing room, no connection between the players, players fighting, Vinicius Mbappe connection cannot work. That's the reasons, not the referees, not Negreira. Negreira isn't the reason why your players were fighting in the dressing room, and it led to your player going to the hospital. Negreira isn't the problem. So he has to wake up. Florentino Perez and Real Madrid have to wake up. Otherwise, Barcelona are going to keep destroying them, and they're going to keep going years and years again without winning a trophy. They have to do what they have to do. And listen, there are rumors of them bringing Mourinho. I'm actually not against it. Listen, Mourinho is not the same manager as he was before. But at the same time, he will bring discipline, and he will make those players respect him and fear him. Because I don't think those players respected and were scared of Alonso, and they respected Alonso to some extent and Arbeloa, but I don't think they were scared of Arbeloa, and I don't think they were scared of Alonso. They need a manager who can respect him and also, be like, you know what? If I don't do this, I'll be in trouble. That's it. Nothing else. And the player who's leaking the information, as Perez is talking about. I mean, of course, player leaking this information, who's going to leave the club, by the way, as he said. It's for sure that's Ceballos, because we all know Ceballos sometimes has a bit of habit of doing some shenanigans. But anyway, Real Madrid have bigger problems. They have so many bigger problems. They have so many problems with the players in the dressing room, fighting and everything else. As a team, they look very disjointed. As a connection of a team, they look disjointed. The players look disjointed. The team looks disjointed. The Arbeloa and his players look disjointed. Everything looks disjointed at Real Madrid. You have so many problems to fix, and you're there busy talking about Negreira and the referees and sending a document to UEFA for Barcelona. My God. Anyway, let's talk about the games that happened the last couple of days from multiple leagues.